Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so we are starting now so that we will not waste everyone's time. But as we start, others are going to join us along the way. And right now, the meeting is being recorded. So the replay will be posted and shared with everyone that joined through the registration. So in today's section is going to be a powerful section. Because I believe in the speaker that we have today. So it's something that you do not want to miss till the very end. It's powerful section today. So please let's sit down and listen to our wonderful speaker because this women's financial empowerment is a program, or will I say a talk that holds a lot of things. I don't want to go in details, but you're going to listen to the speaker, and I know that today's lesson, today's talk, is something that is going to help you in life as individual or in business. And as the topic said, is guide to generating income stream. So even if you're 9 to 5 or you have a business you are doing, but you still want to generate an income stream, other income stream, then this particular session is not something that is going to be a waste of time for you. So thank you once again for joining, everyone. Thank you for joining. And yeah, to our wonderful speaker, our one and only award winner and author of the Enriching All Women book, I introduce to you Franca B. Lawrence.
Joy, thank you very much. Thank you for organizing this, putting it together. The beautiful flyers, I'm sure everybody has seen them. She did all the work. So thank you very much. And thank you everyone for coming. I know, like I said earlier, it's Sunday evening. You want to rest. So I appreciate you joining me today. I always like to start my presentations with thought-provoking icebreakers. So I've got one for us today because this is a very serious topic. So if your income suddenly stops tomorrow, how long can you realistically cope financially? So please put your answer in the chat. Somebody told me something the other day that, do you have an emergency fund? So this is a fund that you keep aside for when your job suddenly stops or your business folds or you're not making an income. How would you survive financially? I would like to see some interesting answers. So please use the chat before that will give us a good place, a good starting point for me before I go into the presentation. So I'll share my presentation slides now. Okay. So women financial empowerment. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself with a short bio and fun facts. So my name is Franca B. Lawrence, and I'm a mom of one daughter. I have a teenager, 16-year-old. My day job is a portfolio lead at a media and broadcasting company in London. So I won some awards for writing and publishing, and I've written 6 books. I'm currently working on the 7th one, and I also write poems. I'm the CEO founder of Famichi Publications Limited, where I provide services of ghostwriting, book writing coaching, and I'm also an independent publisher. My favorite things are apple pies. I love apple pies. I love to watch movies, and I like dancing. I try to go dancing with my friends as often as I can. And my greatest fear is snakes. I can't even look at them on the screen. They just petrify me. That's who I am. Now, we hear women empowerment all the time. Women empowerment is a concept that tries to address the problem of inequality, discrimination, and lack of opportunities. Women the world over face challenges like inequality, discrimination, and lack of opportunities. There are still parts of the world today where girls are not allowed to have an education, and women are not allowed to drive a car. Shocking, isn't it? And this is 2026. There is gender pay gap where men earn a higher pay or salary than women doing the same job. Even better qualified women lose out on promotion because they are of childbearing age. And organizations are worried that they will go on maternity leave, so they don't promote them. There are some professions that are male dominated as well. And then when we look at financial independence, it is the main reason why most women stay in abusive marriages and domestic violence, because they cannot provide for themselves and their kids. In some Western countries like the UK, where we are lucky to be living, the government has policies and regulations in place that helps women to escape from domestic violence. But imagine countries like those in Africa, in Nigeria, where such help is not available. That is why I became interested in this topic. So this presentation is based on my book, Enriching All Women, A Guide to Creating Income Streams. The book is my own way of empowering women by providing knowledge that I've gathered through the years and guidance on how to create multiple streams of income to attain that financial independence. So this book, when I wrote this book, and even I wrote it more than 10 years ago, I've been asked often, especially by men, why I wrote this book for women. And this is my reason. So women make up more than half of the world's population. Since we are constantly being told that there are more women than men in the world. And statistics also show that about 77% of women worldwide are living in poverty. And we can understand why. Lack of education or denied education, low paid jobs, and so many other reasons that I shall cover in the next slide. Research also shows that the best way to remove children or families from poverty is to empower a woman financially. And this is because it is only a woman that will spend her last pence to feed and clothe her child. That is the nature of a mother. So these are some of the reasons why I decided to write this book, particularly for women. Now, in the first chapter of this book, I called this a woman's peculiar work situation. The employed but low-paid woman, the unemployed woman, the self-employed woman, and a full-time employed woman with a good job. I call these peculiar work situations because it is mostly women that experience them. Women have low-paid jobs, either due to poor education or working part-time due to childcare constraints, especially with the high cost of childcare these days. When I had my daughter, I was working full-time at HSBC Bank. I had to reduce my hours to 3 days a week, which of course meant my income was reduced. The unemployed woman is a woman usually taking a career break to raise her kids or care for a sick relative. I know some women also choose to be homemakers and not be in employment. That is a choice. Now, the third work situation in this list is the woman who is self-employed. These are women working as contractors or consultants or business owners. These work situations are plagued by irregular income because as a contractor, that contract can be terminated at any time, and the woman could be out of work for months and even up to a year, as in some circumstances. I have friends now who have been out of work for about a year and 2 years, no job, because since their last contract ended, they've not been able to find work. So the self-employed, they also do not receive sick pay. There's no holiday pay or maternity pay. So whatever money they saved in self-employment is spent once they lose that contract. As a business owner, your monthly sales and revenue from the sales are never the same every month because it fluctuates. So what do you do in these work situations to maintain your financial independence? The fourth one is the woman with a really good job. But what happens when she's made redundant? The moral here is that we all need additional income as a buffer if things go wrong. Now, what are multiple income streams? With the current economic situation that has become a global issue, almost every country is dealing with rising cost of living, inflation, high unemployment. I think since COVID, most economies have not recovered. They are all struggling, and it looks as if none of the political leaders have the answers to solve these problems. We in the UK, we see it every day, is always in the news. They keep saying, oh, they will say the economy grew by 1% or 2%. Everybody's happy, but when you go to the shops, you know how it's affecting your pocket. It's not getting better. So what do we do? With the advancement in AI, many companies are downsizing. Today, I heard the news that Facebook is going to lay off about 12,000 people. Last week, it was Microsoft. That means more job losses. The war in Iran is impacting the world economy, and there's already talk of an impending recession. So what do? We know we can no longer rely on one income. So the answer is to earn extra income by creating what is called side hustles, which is something that you do besides your day job or business. Now, how do we create multiple income streams? The three ways that I've found is using your skills, B, following your passion, and C, using your talent. Let's start with talents. So these are your God-given talent, which is something you are very good at and you can do with minimal effort. And that is why it is called a gift. Most creative artists have this. You see singers, fine artists, actors, or even writers. These innate gifts need honing and perfecting in most cases. So you may need to get coaching or tutoring to turn them into what you can produce to sell and make people want to buy it. We see them on talent shows like the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent. They come with that raw talent and they sing and you're like, wow. And by the time Simon Cowell is finished with them, they will be releasing #1 albums. That is what talent is. It's something you have. You do it so easily. It comes to you easily. But for you to take it to the next level, you have to perfect it. Now, we will explore skills and passion in the next slides. Now, your skills. Your skill is what you do. What skill do you already have today that someone could pay you for? That's the answer there. What skill? And this is the easiest one to convert to income streams because you already have it. Some of us have been working for years and are now experts at what we do. Or we run successful business. Maybe we are entrepreneurs, we have multiple businesses and we have skills and knowledge and experience and we have perfected it. So why not use it outside your job or business to create an additional income? AI is the best tool to help you with this. If you put your skills and experience in ChatGPT or any other AI tool of your choice and ask for ideas of businesses of ways you can generate income streams with that skill, you'll be amazed at the options to give you. So give that a shot and see. On this side, I have some examples. We see an artist, fashion designer, entrepreneur, caterer, a florist, a consultant, online store owner. The list is endless. So you start with using the skills you already have because you know how to use them. I have a friend who loves to cook and she cooks amazing food. There was one time she was out of work and she decided, okay, she's going to use this skill of hers to make money. She started a side hustle cooking pots of soup for very busy professionals. And she would charge as much as £250 for a set of 3 or 4 pots of Nigerian soups. So stew, egusi, ogbono. And of course, she would cook them and they were happy to pay her. And she was making good money. So you see, this is just one example of how you can use your skill. Now, the difficult ones to convert, because it's not really difficult, but it's not immediate, are your passion and talent. So let's explore those ones next. But before that, let me ask one question. Who are you? See, I decided to devote a whole chapter to this topic because I've met women who tell me that they do not know what they are passionate about. It is not unusual. And I was not surprised to hear that because I discovered what I was passionate about at the age of 38. It was during my maternity leave. And I'm sure the 10 months of not working probably created the enabling environment for me to be able to dig deeper and figure out what it was, that it was writing books. And I always say that I wish I had a book like this to help me figure it out. So many of my friends bought this book for their teenage daughters too, because it is good for them to understand it sooner than later. My daughter is 16 now, and she says she wants to be a lawyer. She also told me that she would like to work as a chef, as a side hustle, because she loves to cook and she's good at it. I was very happy to hear that because she's already finding herself and what she wants to do. So these questions, what are you passionate about? What are your strengths and your weaknesses? What are you good at? Are you an extrovert or an introvert? Because this will determine what you can comfortably do. What do you enjoy doing, your hobbies? Because some people turn their hobbies into a side hustle. Are you comfortable working alone or being part of a team? Are you good at public speaking or does it make you nervous? So when you can answer this question, and that chapter there are about 15 questions there to go through that will help you to dig deep and find out and understand yourself. You'll be surprised. Now, when you start answering those questions, you say, I don't really like talking in public. I don't really like public speaking. It makes me uncomfortable. So you know that if you're thinking of being an MC, that will be an issue if you're uncomfortable standing in front of people and talking. Or if you're an extrovert or an introvert, there are some jobs or things you want to do that require you to be an extrovert, but you want to just work alone. You want to just sit and do something online, work remotely. As an introvert, that will work for you. Or if you're an extrovert, you want to be with people. So those are things to consider. Now, this question about your passion. It said, if money wasn't a limitation, what would you choose to do for income? If you ask me that question, my answer is very quick. If I win the lottery today, I will go off somewhere to go sit down somewhere and just be writing. and just write books. That is my passion. That's my own answer. So this is how you find out what it is that you're passionate about. That if you had money, you didn't have to worry, you had to pay your bills, and there's that one thing that you will do that you love so much that you don't even care if you don't get paid for it. That is the thing that you're passionate about. Because I love writing so much that even after writing 6 books, I'm now offering services as a ghostwriter, writing books for people. So that is how much I enjoy what I do. So once you figure that out, you have your answer. Statistics have shown that about 85% of the global workforce are doing jobs they do not like. That is a huge number, which means you are mostly working to earn a good income. So if you can follow your passion, it's your chance to do something that you love alongside that main job. And when you discover that passion, you must learn a few things to take it to the next level, to make it marketable. When you do that, that is when it starts to generate income for you. I have 2 examples or 2 stories I want to share. So for me, when I decided, okay, this is what I love, and I started writing, and people were approaching me to coach or to ghostwrite, I decided to go back to school. So I went to read creative writing, the master's degree. I finished in 2021 because I realized this is what gives me joy. This is what gives me fulfillment. So I might as well invest in it. So I invested in honing that skill, that writing skill, so I could be better. And it has helped me a lot now because 2 years later, I set up my publishing business, my writing, and it's been going really well. And I have another example of a friend. She loves to bake cakes. And honestly, if you taste her cakes, she bakes the best cakes. But she did a cake for me, for my daughter, when my daughter was 5 years old. And the decoration, it was terrible. The cake tasted good, it tasted really nice, but the decoration wasn't good. And my brother gave her this feedback, said, if you can improve on cake decoration, then it will really help your business. So she went back to, I think she did a course in Barnet College for cake decoration. And today she has a thriving business. She makes bespoke cakes. If you want her to design a cake in the shape of a handbag, she's done it so many times. So she just perfected her skill, and it has taken her to the next level. So those are examples of how you can use your passion and turn it into an income generation stream for yourself. Now, they said nothing good comes easy. So we know that when you've discovered what you want to do with your talent and your skills and your, maybe not the skills because that is something you know how to do, and your passion, then you think, okay, how do I take it to the next level? How do I hone it? How do I excel at it? Then the obstacles come to mind. There's skill gap, lack of knowledge. Okay, so I know how to sing, or I know how to bake, or I know how to write, but it's not perfect yet. So what do? And then you start thinking, okay, if I need to do training, I will need money. Do I have enough money? And then you start telling yourself, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I should wait. Procrastination is a big one because a lot of us just always put things away, defer things. It's not the right time. I need to wait until when it's the right time. Okay. And another one, naysayers and fear of failure. So naysayers are those people, maybe friends, family, telling you, are you sure you can do this? You don't want to fail. They start giving you, very negative comments that just kill your confidence before it starts. That is a big obstacle, and you need to shut those voices out. That's why they say the people you have around you is very important. You need encouragement to do this. You don't need somebody telling you you can't do it even before you try. And then the biggest obstacle of all, the biggest obstacle is self-doubt. Self-doubt. Because even when you have the money, you get the skill, you're not procrastinating, you're ready. If you don't believe in yourself, in what you want to do, if you have self-doubt, you won't even move a step. That is the biggest obstacle of all. So when you look at all these lists, it looks daunting. But thank God today for the world of for the web, because there are cheap ways to acquire learning. You can use AI, you can Google, YouTube tutorials, they're free. It's a good place to start. Start researching. How do I do this? What do I need to do to be good at this? You have so much information at your fingertips. I faced all these obstacles on this slide, and I had to overcome them. Now, let me tell you my story of what I did. So I was working part-time. I had my daughter. I think my daughter was she 2 years old? I was working in HSBC Bank. I wasn't earning a lot of money. And then one day, one of the business, because I was a business specialist, so one of the business customers walked in. He's an accountant from Cameroon, and he looked at me and said, Franca, what are you doing here? He said, you have banking, because I used to work in bank. I used to work in the banks in Nigeria before I moved to the UK. I was working in Standard Trust Bank, that is now UBA. So all my life since I left university in Nigeria, all I've done is work in banking. So I came to this country and ended up in banking again. So he said, I've got young women in my books as clients who are doing project management, who are doing business analysis. So you have domain knowledge for banking. You should be doing that. Why are you here working, doing branch banking that doesn't pay more? I said, oh, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't even I've not heard of those. I've not heard of business analysis at that time when he was telling me. I said, really? Okay. So he said, I have people earning 100,000 a year. Young girls. I said, really? So I became really interested. I was like, so me, I'm just here doing these 3 days a week job, earning little money. So when I left, I went home and I did a lot of research. And I was lucky that my daughter was in a nursery and she made a friend with another woman in the nursery. And when I got to meet, the lady told me, oh, she would like to arrange a play date for my daughter and her daughter to play. So I said, okay. I got close to them. And I discovered this woman was doing project management. I said, wow, this is like God or fate positioning, putting me in the right place at the right time. So I started asking her information about how she got into this role. What do I need to do? And then she said, I had to do a training. And I asked how much was it? She said 500 pounds. She said, oh, I'll be able to afford that. So I said, I was telling my friends, you see, I think sometimes it's good to open up to people, because you don't know where the help will come from. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, I want to change my job. Or hey, there's this training I can do and I can just, go into project management. And I didn't even ask for a loan. And a friend of mine said, how much do you need? I said, 500 pounds. He said, I'll lend you the money. He said, because I know you are very, what did he use? He said, you're very focused. You're very career minded. I know that you're going to get that job and you're going to pay me back. So I took the loan and I started the training. I went for the first one. I had to beg a friend of mine because the training was 4 Saturdays in a month. So you do every Saturday for 1 month. So 4 days training. So a friend of mine, I asked her if she could look after my daughter. Because my daughter was really young. I said, can I leave my daughter with you and go and attend this training? She said, yes, of course. So I took my daughter to her. So as I was in that training, I was telling myself, there's 3 more Saturdays to go. because you know childcare, there's no nursery open on weekends, so you have to look after your kid by yourself. And I was a lone parent. So when I went to pick my daughter, she said, "Ah, how long is this training?" I said, "It's 4 weeks." She said, "Oh, so you have to do it again next week?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Ah, bring her now. Don't worry, just bring her to me whenever you're going and finish your training." Oh my God. I did not even know. It was as if, you see, that's why they say sometimes God sends you helpers. God sent that woman to help me. So I finished my training, and when I finished, it took a while, but I got a job in project management. And my first salary was more than double what I was earning in that job at the bank. So sometimes you look at all these obstacles, don't let it put you off. Don't let it put you off, because if you really want it badly enough, there will be a solution, there will be a way to do it, to overcome it. That's the encouragement there. And there are also many solutions in the book, other ways that you can solve that problem. And I also put there are 4 true stories of women, 4 men, yeah, 4 true stories of women, and how they overcame these obstacles and how they've changed their financial situation. And my story is one of them. I had to interview these women. Some of them, there was one who did not work for 12 years. She took a career break to raise her children, and she struggled to come back to work. She had lost her confidence, but she did it. So it's an interesting read. And then chapter 10 will tell you all you need to know about how to start a business. So from a perspective of me being a business specialist in a bank, and also now running my own business, so there's some very useful information there. So today, I've been able to establish 4 side hustles from just writing books. See, you may have just one passion, one talent or skill to do something, and once you start, it will open doors and opportunities to do other things because it evolves and it grows. All I knew was that I wanted to write my own books, which I was happy to do. Then I was given opportunity to do other things. So, and I started doing them. So ghostwriting means writing a book for somebody, but the person will be the named author, so they won't know it's you that wrote it, which is what most celebrities do. They pay someone to write a book for them. So I started offering that service. And then book sales for my book. Then I coach people who want to write a book, but they don't know how to go about it. And also I publish books for people. So as they say, the rest is history. So my website, there's a lot of information, and you also see books that I've published so far. So I'm going to stop here because I want to ask this question. How do we support other women? Hello. So how do you think we can support other women who are trying to gain financial independence? How do we support them? Yes, Tenny?
Hello, everyone. My name is
Hello.
Tenny. Hi, and I can relate with I don't know if it's Francis. Is it Francis?
Frank and me? That's
Franca,
me.
yes, yes. So I can relate with this story. So I run an organization called the Second Glance, and I've just wrote my first book as well. And I see that a lot of people have ideas but don't know where to start from. This organization I run is for single parents, and it's basically supporting people to say that you can do it. It's high time we move away from the people that will say, "Oh, you can't do it. I know somebody who has done it, they failed." And I think that's the fear that a lot of people have, the fear of failure. So what
Yeah.
if I fail? Big deal. I'm not the first person to fail. If you
Eh,
fail, you fall
mhm.
down, get up again and try again.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give up. Thank you, Teddy. Anyone else? How do we support other women? Penny is
Yeah,
doing it very well with her organization. Yes.
yeah. Thank you so much for the talk. I really enjoyed it. My name is Florence Mapuse. I run a charity called World of Hope. I so much love what you are saying because you are just on point. Our women, it's like majority of them, they are just so they lost confidence in themselves. You know, ask them to join this kind of thing now, they will not join. Number
Yeah.
one, need to start building their confidence first
Mhm.
to belong to the right forum.
Yes.
Maybe if we start encouraging them to do that on Word of Hope WhatsApp forum, we have almost 500 families there, you know. But when it comes to if where they could get information that they will be able to make use of, to run with, to better their life, you will see they be giving all sort of excuse. I think we
Okay.
need to first of all start with helping them to build their self-confidence. Let's begin to educate them to say, if you join this group, no matter what, you will go away with 1 or 2 points to go and work with.
Mm.
I think that is very important. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Florence. Anyone else?
Yeah, my name is the Florence. Yeah, my
Thank you,
my namesake
Florence.
just my namesake has just spoken now. Okay, I'm in agreement with what she has said. That's because I think the best way we can support other women is sensitization. Just like she said, it's time for some people to come out of their comfort zone. It's time for people to believe in themselves that their voice matters.
Yeah.
Their voice matters and their voice can be heard. And when women start believing in themselves, I have a voice no matter what, it
Mhm.
matters, and one has to hear me. And then I
Yeah.
think that the better, the better. So there should be a sensitization because so many are unaware of the gifts, the talents they have inside them.
Yeah.
And many women are there, languishing in wretchedness and then kind of mediocrity and the rest of them. So I think that's letting people know, letting women know, sensitizing them that there is something they carry and their voice truly matters a lot. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Florence. I think a lot of women need encouragement, and many people they're giving up or they just don't even want to try. But in your own, whatever you do, if in your business or there are little things you can do to encourage that woman who is trying to do to have a side hustle. Let me share the next slide and explain something that I'm trying to. Okay. So the way I do mine is that the business world is very competitive out there, especially in my own area of book writing and publishing. So editors, graphic designers, book cover designers, I make sure that I work only with women. That is what I do. So I use freelancers. So the woman who designs book covers for me, she's an Indian woman. The person who does book formatting for me is a Turkish woman. And my book editor is an English woman. So I try as much as possible to patronize women. Even the illustrator of my children's book is a woman. So for me, that is how I support women. So whatever you're doing, if you want to give out a contract to do something, see if you can find a woman that can do it before you give it to a man. Because we women, we need to support each other as much as we can. You need to do catering. I know most caterers are women, so that one is easy. But just think about how you can find that woman who is struggling, who needs support for her business or her side also to grow, and we'll support them. So,
Excuse me, sis.
yes.
What about those who just want to kind of start? Like they haven't got a side hustle, they haven't got a clue what to do, they've got some skills, and it's like they need support. Because I'll say, I'll make myself vulnerable here. And I like the question you did ask. And it's like, how do you support other women? And I'm like, first of all, because of my background of helping people,
Mhm.
it's like I would like to write. Some people don't like to talk because they're shy. Some
Yeah.
people like to, you have to make them to say you're in a safe space, no matter how it is. And then you get that information out of them. And when you get the information out of them, then I'll run with it. Like I'll give you a classic example. There was a lady, she said she can't read and write. Who says that? You won't able to say that out, will you? No. You will say it to nobody. But she
Yeah.
came to me in confidence. She just said, Miss, I can't do this and that. And I said, okay, hold on. I'll get somebody who I know is more patient and not going to laugh at you, or she's going to take the, work with you and get the best out of you. And every time she comes, looks for me. She'll come and look for me because she knows that you're doing extra for her. And I said, look at that. I said, she's just 1 out of 10. Imagine there's so many of that. There might be other people like that. So I will always say, okay, if you can't say it, could you write it down? Could you just write it? Just send me something to say that you've got 3 things that this is what you're good at. And then I'll take it on from there. Like I'll give you an example. I was doing a presentation and it's like, it was a table topic. And it's like, hold on a minute. I said, I got a word for table topic. I could never. And that's when you said, believe in yourself. And I just wanted to support, to encourage other women. It's like, I got the best. And I said, I never could believe. I said, they won't even call me. And when they gave it to me, I said, yes, I have to come out because Talara is always saying, come and do this, come and do this. But she doesn't do it gently with me. And I love her so much, but she doesn't do it gently. She just pushes me. You know when you have a carry, it's like those sort of things. And I said, if you do that with people, they feel timid. They don't feel secure. So I'll say there's some ways you approach some people and you get the best out of them. And I like how you asked that question, that how are we going to help other people? And I said, okay, I'm going to speak to this sister and say, please, I need help myself. And I'm doing it like, it's like a snail. But I said, to the glory of God, I know there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, that is brilliant. I think so. See, there's something called a safe space where women can actually open up and speak freely. A lot of people will just hold back because, okay, that woman may be thinking, if I tell her I can't read, she'll laugh at me.
Exactly.
That is what will make a lot of people. So it's creating that safe space for people to be able to talk. But that woman, even though she can't read, she has skills.
Yeah, she has some other skills. Yeah.
Exactly. There are skills to use. Okay, let me just finish so that we can come to Q&A because I can see some hands up. Let me just finish the presentation. So I'd like to finish on this note with this quote that I love. It says, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. And a plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. So if you don't make goals and you don't plan, it's difficult to achieve any dream. So we have to act. Don't sit on it. Don't sit on that passion. Don't sit on that gift that God has given you. And if you need help, talk. Speak up. You don't know who's going to help you. If I had kept quiet and said, oh, I don't have money to do this training, and who knows, maybe I won't be doing what I'm doing today. But somebody just said, just say it, So we are now in Q&A. So questions, let me put on my camera so we can. Yeah, I can see many hands up. Who wants to go first? Okay, Florence. Okay, Florence is the first hand, and then okay, Florence.
All right. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And I want to thank our sister Lara that organized this. Thank you so much. I just want to, it's not a question. It is bring a light is into what we're talking about. I have a friend that she was made redundant here, and she is a single parent, and she had a mortgage to pay. You know, she was somewhere when somebody gave a lady advice, why can't you do a fostering? Then she just said, oh, somebody mentioned about fostering, maybe I should try. And she has no clue about it. But I'm in a social sector, you know, I just told her, go and get the form. She got the form and we sat down a whole night. We fill this form. To cut the long story short, do you know this woman now? She make good money and she loved these children. She gave them life. She has turned their life around. If you see the girls that you will never touch, they will become somebody through passing a house, become, you know, for her to foster them. They have done very well. They've gone back to uni. They are working. They are doing very well. I think sometimes we women too, we need to cry for help.
Yeah.
Well, it's not everything that if they want to laugh, let them laugh. Whoever
Thank you.
my friend now, my friend is in money now.
Oh,
Whoever laughed at her 7
exactly.
years ago, 13 years ago, let them come out now to laugh at. So please, let's rise up and support each other. Whoever
Yeah.
want to laugh, leave them to laugh. They can only laugh once. Thank you.
Thank you, Florence. I always said it. My friends know me. I don't care. I will tell you what my problems are. Because most times it's just those conversations that I find solution. Just talking to friends, you find a solution. Don't be say, oh, they will laugh at me or I won't say anything. And it was when I was made redundant, no, when I was on maternity leave that I discovered my love of writing. But also, the redundancy gives you an opportunity to actually find out. It gives you time. That time that you have, you discover a lot of things that maybe you should even be doing that you were not. Maybe it's not even that job that you should be doing. You can retrain, do something else. So there's opportunity like in everything, you know. All right, Dewis. Let me see. Yeah, Dewis Creations.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for everything. It's been wonderful. I just want to say something about the women supporting women. I know this is not a question, but I think if we want to support other women or we are looking to be supported, we have to, on both ways, be intentional. I have a need. So I should go out of my way to look for solution. I know it's not easy. Everybody, just like the previous two speakers have said, it may not be that easy, but when you're trying to support that woman, understand the woman that you're dealing with. Like the example that our sister gave about that person that couldn't read or write.
Yeah.
If you ask that person to go and look for somebody that is that likes things done within 1 second, it will be the person would not want to relate with that person. It has to be somebody that is patient, somebody that understands fully. So that way, it will be easier for that person to open up. And from there, you can discover a lot from that person. Beyond the reading and writing, she may be very good at organizing things. Maybe if you put her in charge of something, it may be somebody that just like to just be in charge so that things are in control. That's a strength. And the person will be happy when you tell her that, I know you have a lot. Probably I'm speaking like this because I work with a lot of vulnerable adults. So,
Okay.
and when you're teaching vulnerable adults how to sew, how to do crafts, you know that if you are not patient, just forget it. So that's a better way. And you find that that person will be able to open up fully. Then we want the person that needs help, please and please, just like our dear artist, the main speaker said, don't be shy. If you are stuck for something, just go for it. And like the other person said about Sister Lara, she's a pro max active person. If you want to just drag yourself, she will just tell you, let's just get this thing done. So there's some that is how they work. So for me, I may want to drag things back a bit, but somebody that is proactive can put me on the line, but that may not work for any other person. So like I said, if you really want to achieve a lot as a woman that wants to support other women, or a woman that needs help on both sides, we have to have it at the back of our mind that we are working towards solutions. And women, there's no competition. There's no competition. This world is so wide. It's so wide that you think that you think that you are the monopoly of this particular idea. Before you know it, there are other people doing it. So God will help us. But thank you so much for this, and to the organizers, to all the people that put this together. I think this is commendable. And please, our dear sister said, some people are supposed to be here, they are not here. Let's relate with them at their level. Some will tell you, though, I have bills to pay, so I can't spend 5 hours here. Okay, that's fine. The person is not here. But when you have the time, please share with them.
Yeah, they can even watch the video.
Sorry, they can even watch the video.
Yes, in their own time.
Yes.
I think one thing I want to add is that let's not be judgmental. Because when somebody comes and says, I can't read or write, maybe the first reaction is, why can't this person? We don't know her story. We don't know anybody's story. We don't know how she ended up there. So empathy, and let's not judge. Let's just welcome people and take them as they are and see what, because I believe there's a skill. Everybody's good at something. You just need to figure out what it is and how to convert it. Thank you, Dewis Creations. The next question, Intercessors for the Nations.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Benedine. Sorry, I didn't know I had to change there.
Oh, Benny. Okay.
I didn't know it was still there. I didn't change it. How are you? Thank you very much.
Thanks for covering.
No worries. I just wanted to add on, in terms of supporting women, and just saying hello to everybody as well. So, because I work a lot, I work a lot with women and men in terms of the ministry I do, which is Global Restoration and Empowerment Movement. So this year, I said, you know what? Instead of doing, the spiritual, the ones I normally do, which is more spiritual, where women come together, they share their testimony, they pray, their journey, they do things, So I said, let me do something different. So, because seeing that there are a lot of women who are literally struggling, but you may not know, they're literally struggling. And because you work with them, you would know that, this is struggling. Maybe don't have a job, or I've been trying to look for a job, or they don't even know where to start from. Some of them are redundant, and they're all lots. So I said, okay, you know what? This time, I'm going to do something like networking, where women can come together who have got skills or who have got side income, and they come together. They see other women who are skilled, or they have their business in few areas, and can present to them, some few things that will help them, but also have this networking where women would display, like showcase their their businesses and have a brochure where they can put in their business as well. So through there, other women can also, meet with other women who have their own business and they know they've got skills in that area and see how they can get support from them, So not just only supporting the women who've got business, in terms of advertising their business, but also the ones who are struggling to start off their business, or who think I don't have the skills, who feel I cannot do this, who says I can, I'm really struggling, I don't even know where to start, and X, Y, and Z. They can meet with other people who they feel like, okay, you know what, I know I would love to do this, I've got skills in this. How can I connect with this woman, Because sometimes you don't see that out there unless you come to gatherings like that. So the first event I'm doing is on the 16th of May, and I'm going to do a review with that, because now I'm doing it, and I'm seeing a lot of women saying, oh, I don't have a business, but I would love to start off a business. And I felt like, okay, that's the best place to start from. Some of them say, I don't even know where to go to. I don't even know who to speak to. I don't even know where to go for the training. I don't even have the money. I don't have this. I don't have. So there's been a lot of excuses, a lot of, and they really mean it, But what I'm saying is that there are excuses why they cannot start up. There are excuses why they can't do this. I feel like seeing what other women are doing and seeing how they've risen up, to start up something would be as an encouragement to them, to start up as well, or to write up.
I'm coming to that event, aren't I?
Yeah, you're coming. Yeah, you're coming to speak here. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Yeah.
Hello.
I think, you know what I've noticed? Men don't do this kind of thing that we do. We women do this very well. Supporting each other, lifting each other up, one way or the other. We do it better. So I think it's to be, it's remarkable how well we do that.
You know what?
Hello, can I say something?
Can I just add on one thing? Sorry, Franca. Sorry. Let me just add on one thing.
Okay, 14 minutes.
I have a friend. Literally my neighbor.
Yeah.
I have a friend. She's actually my neighbor. He had an accident.
Tiny. Okay.
So I have a friend, right? She's actually my neighbor, but she's very close to me. Now she works in a school at what's it called? She works in the catering part of the school, and she realized that it's such a challenging job for her because she has to stand for a very long time and everything. So she began to look for other means of streams of income. Now she makes natural body cream, she makes scrub, she makes things for the hair. I've used some of her products and they're really good. Not just only that, she now realized that, you know what, okay, I can't do this job for a very long time. She now decided to go further to study to become an LSA in a primary school. So I'm speaking to you, she's finishing a course online in June this year. And then last month she had an accident where she was speaking to an elderly lady. She went to see the elderly lady because she does hair as well. She started learning how to do hair and she plaits hair. In fact, she did my daughter's hair yesterday and I paid her £40. So she's making, so that's another streams of income for her.
Yes.
She went to do this elderly lady's hair, and this woman, she was trying to, stand up, and this woman was falling. So as she tried to help the woman, she did injury to her back. So she's been home right now, though she's getting better, off work because of this back injury. But guess what? Within the space of the time she's got this injury, she sent me some videos yesterday. She's got a YouTube site now where she does very short clips of videos. And I'm telling you, it's Christian's video in a form of cartoon way. And I'm telling you, the people that are subscribing to it, because it's really nice. And she said to me, she just learned it within a month that she's been at home. with back pain. So for her now, she's seeing how she can build that up, and she's got a website for her cream. So what I'm saying is that it starts with determination and say, you know what, I want to be self-independent. I don't want to be tied, to one streams of income or one place where if I'm tired of that, what am I going to do next? So right now she's got like 4 different areas she's working on, and we cannot be lazy. We cannot make excuses. Yes, I make excuses sometimes, and this has encouraged me right now because I've got a website, I teach, I've got but because I do so much, I've been making excuses with that, in terms of getting teach tutors to other tutors for different subjects, to come, to have them book as tutors for my website, in my website. So this has really encouraged me now to kickstart that again, so I'm
That's
just
good.
saying that we must be determined. We must not make excuses. We must not be lazy.
Well, people ask me, they say, Franca, how do you have a day job 9 to 5, and then you run your business, Famichi Publications. How do you do it? So I set aside my evenings and my weekends for my business. And because it's something I'm passionate about, it's not even like work. I enjoy it so much. Every Saturday I go to the Boramwood Library. I'm there 4 hours, right? Or sometimes I go to the park. I sit in my car by the park and I write. So if you really want to do something, you will find the time to do it. You will make time for it, unless you don't want to do it. Okay, who's next? Tenny? Is it Tenny? I think so, yeah. You're muted.
Thank you, Franca. So in terms of encouraging women, as I was saying before, I do have an organization that encourages, and my organization is about single women. And I remember you saying that you do business with women. And when I started about this, it's called the Second Glance. When I started, a lot of people didn't want to join because of the stigma attached to you being a single woman. And when people are going through things, they don't want to talk about it because of what people will say, what would somebody say, So, but now this is my 3rd year running, and we just had an annual conference. I've got a lot of people in the group now. Rather than when I started, when people didn't want to be associated with it because it's for single women. But the thing is that this is a face. This is my label. It's not who I am. So from that, sorry?
No, I just said yes.
Yeah. So from that, I've been able to write a book. And the book is called Sailing Through the Storms. And it's basically, if you've ever been through that storm, that storm where you're showing up every day, you're looking strong. But on the inside, you and I both know that you're dying inside. Yeah. But you can't tell people what you're going through because you don't know it's going to be there for you. And you're showing up for your children, for your family. People see you every day, you go to church, oh, hallelujah. How are you feeling today? I'm great and highly favored. But you go home and you're crying.
You're
That's
crying.
what, because I've been there. But I didn't write the book from a place of, pain. I wrote the book from a pain of experience, of I've been through that, I've come out of it, and this is who I am now. This is where I'm at, and I want that to help other people. I've sent you a message on your Instagram page as well, Franca. So please read and get back to me when you're free. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hi, can I just say something in support of what she just said? I have actually just read her book, and it's very powerful. Very, very good. So I would encourage people to get it, and even if you don't need it for yourself, you can actually get it for someone else.
Lola.
Hi, I joined late. Sorry, I joined very late, so I've missed a lot, but I'm trying to catch up. With
you can watch the recording.
Okay. There was a lady that just spoke about having a business networking session. If she can shed more light on that as well, where she said people who want to meet other women as well that are going to come there. So that would be nice to know where it's going to take place so that we can encourage other members to come. And then the last thing I wanted to say with what you've already said as well, the few things that I've heard, not everyone knows what to do or how to start a side hustle or another business. So they need other people to hold their hands, i.e., mentors or business consultants, or so So some people know what to do. Some people need somebody to help them bring it out of them to be able to go to that next level. I think I heard you, Franca, saying that you just started going to the library, but not everybody has that.
No.
skill.
Library is not for side hustle. I go there to write books.
Okay, there you go. But not everybody has that skill. So how do we help other women that don't have a clue?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
I think
another thing that
Mm.
I would like you to talk about. However, sorry to take your time. Myself as well, I do business consulting as well to help people identify what they have in them that they could take out there and become successful. Thank you. My name is Lola. Thank you.
Hi, Lola. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
I think
meet
because you joined us late,
Yes.
so maybe when you watch the recording, and I mentioned I went through the different ways how you can create a side hustle or additional income using your skills, what you're passionate about, or your talents, and how
Okay.
to go about it. So it's all there in the recording. But I'm also
Fantastic.
yeah, and so this is based on a book actually. So this whole program that I just presented is based on a book. So I think I'll share the link. I'm going to share the link. So this is the book. It's basically it has everything I've said today and more. So if you want to grab a copy, you think you find it helpful to explore more of this whole because I think I'm a living example of what I've written about, because I have 4 different side hustles. So yeah, so it's working for me. I know how I struggle to get there, the stories of other women, how they got there. I'm trying to encourage a lot of people. And also, please reach out to me if you need to talk about, if you want to discuss this further, you need encouragement, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my contacts. Let me put my number in the chat as well. I'll put my number here. But I don't know if everybody's a member of this group. So this group is the exclusive Women of Influence group. So I don't know if everybody's a member of this group. I don't think so.
We're not members, so how do we get the contact? I'm not a member. I just saw it and also platform.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought to join, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me just put my number. Joy, you want to tell members, people, how they can join the group?
I think I'll get it from Lara to how to join as well.
Yeah, Lara. Yeah. So that's my number, and I'll add my email. Hi. So, Benny, do you want to share details of your event? Somebody's asking about your event next.
Yeah, Frank, is it possible for you to share it? It's on your WhatsApp, please.
No, I'm using my laptop.
Okay, let me see if I can share it because it's not on this phone and I'm not, let me see. I've got 2 phones. This one is not here and I'm not home right now. But let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can upload it and share it now. Okay. Or is there anybody I can send it to later? We can send it to later to share with the other people.
Yeah, we can share. I think we can share today. But if you're not in the group, for those that are not in the group, they may not see it.
Okay, let me see because I'm not on the phone. Let me see.
Okay. Is there any more questions?
How do we get hold of the video, the recording, to watch from the beginning again?
Okay. Joy, let me stop presenting so that
All right. Good evening, everyone, once again. And thank you so much, Sister Franca B. Lawrence, for this wonderful presentation. And I said from the beginning that it's going to be a very powerful section, and I was proving right.
Yes, you
So thank
were.
you, everyone. So thank you, everyone. This for those that do not know, this is the exclusive Women of Influence Circle, and I just posted our website's link there. So everything you need to know about us is on the website. And for those that registered for this event, you have access to the recording because the recording will be sent to every single one that registered with the registration link. So if you did not register, you need to get the registration link and register so that you have access to the link. So thank you everyone once again. And yes, thank you, Sister Franca, for the
Yeah.
wonderful thing you've been
Thank
doing.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
your evenings. Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye,
Thank you so much,
everyone.
Panka. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I also forgot to say, please, you can drop a feedback for us on this. The link is also there, so drop a feedback for us. The Exclusive Women of Influence Circle is on Google, so just search for the Exclusive Women of Influence Circle PIC, and please drop a feedback for us. Thank you.